To stay up to date with everything here at QCA, please subscribe to our channel and feel free to share our efforts and support our cause. Jazakumullahu khairan for watching.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. And Salwa, how are you doing?
Walaikum salam. I'm doing good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. So inshallah, today we have lots of things to do. We have to finish the fourth lesson, sorry. And once we finish the fourth lesson, we have a couple of new things that we're going to introduce today. We have 2 more jar particles. What are jar particles again?
Particles that make the noun that come after them into the state of majrur, which makes the ending have a kasra.
Good, the ending have a kasra. So we're going to learn 2 more. What are the first 2 that we learned?
We learned about fi and ala.
Okay, so today we're going to learn about min, and then we're also going to learn about ila, okay? And with that, we are also going to learn another pronoun. So what are the 2 pronouns that you learned?
We learned about huwa, which means he, and hiya, which means she.
Okay, and then you're also going to learn today about anta, which means you, okay? And for the first time, we're going to introduce verbs also, how a verb looks, okay? So I'm going to talk about the verb once we get into the lesson. So I'm not going to talk about it right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and share the screen so we can start our lesson here. Okay. Salwa is just having so much fun. Something happened here and she's just making fun of me. We cannot share on air, unfortunately. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead, Salwa. You finished, we're wrapping up this lesson, and it's simply a review of everything that you have done. This is the review of a concept that was introduced in the lesson. So what do you think is the concept here?
Assuming with all the names that are there, I think it's about female names not having a tanween.
Good. That's a difference, right? Between the male names and the female names. So you see it clearly. It's Muhammadun and then Aminatu. Go ahead, read it quickly.
Muhammadun, Aminatu, Khalidun, Zainabu, Hamidun, Fatimatu, Yasirun, Maryamu, Ammarun, Aishatu, Sa'idun, Khadijatu, Aliyun, Safiyatu, Abbasun, Ruqayyatu.
Ruqayyatu. Okay, so now you see the difference, and you want to always keep this in mind, because this is again one place where people do get confused. Now, in all these names, can you pick the ones that are different from the rest?
Zainabu and Maryamu.
Good. Zainabu and Maryamu. They don't have what?
They don't have a ta marbuta at the end of them.
They don't have the ta marbuta at the end. And when a name does not have a ta marbuta at the end, female names, right? They are non-Arabs, in non-Arab names in their origin. That's why they don't have the ta marbuta. Okay? All right, so Zainab, Maryam, these are non-Arab names. Okay, all right. So now let's go ahead and quickly do this. It's simple. We just did this exercise, so wrap it up. Iqra, go ahead, read. Iqra.
Iqra waktub.
Ma'a dhabti.
Dhabti. Aw.
Awakhir.
Awakhir al-kalimati.
Good. Awakhir al-kalimati. You should remember the translation.
Read and write with the appropriate punctuation.
With punctuating. There's no appropriate here, okay? Dhab means punctuating. Awakhir al-kalimat, ending of the word, okay?
Oh, I thought that meant appropriate and awakhir al-kalimat meant punctuation.
Yeah. I know. No problem. Go ahead. Now let's see if you can punctuate them right. Go ahead.
Okay, so Hamidun. Zainabu.
Good.
Aminatu.
Good.
Ammarun.
Good.
Sa'idun. Fatimatu. Maryamu.
Good.
Aliyun.
Good.
Khalidun. Abbasun. Aishatu. Yeah, Aishatu. Muhammadun. Safiyatu.
Good.
And then Khadija. There we go.
Okay. All right. In this, there is the mention of 4 wives, names of 4 wives of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Can you mention them?
Zainab, Aisha, Safiya, and Khadija radiallahu anha.
Very good. Radiallahu anha. Okay. There's the name of the mother of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yep. Aminatu.
Good. Then there is the name of the son-in-law of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Aliyun.
Okay, good. Ali radiallahu anh. And then there is the name of the one whose mother was the first martyr in Islam.
Ammar. When I was like, wait a second.
Okay.
Ammar.
What's the full name? Ammar?
Ammar bin Yasir.
Good, Ammar bin Yasir. Okay. Then there is the one whose name, the companion who's considered to be the sword of Islam.
Khalid.
Good, Khalid ibn
Walid.
Radiallahu anh. She knows her companions. Good girl. Okay, mashallah. All right, let's move on without your harakat. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. This is not the next lesson. I thought this was like the next lesson, but it's not the next lesson. It's actually the next portion in the lesson. And see, this is what they're doing. Min, what is the meaning of min? It means from. Okay, just write it from. Very good. Okay. And then the meaning of ila is to or towards. Okay, when you're headed towards something or you're going to something, right, you will use the word ila. And the same thing, you see, the ending is kasra. Mina al-baytu becomes min al-bayti, and then al-masjidu becomes al-masjidi. All right, now circle the anta there. Min aina anta. Okay, anta is the pronoun that is being introduced in this lesson. Like we learned before, we had huwa and hiya. Now we have anta, which means what?
Me.
You.
Not me. You.
Exactly. Okay. Min aina anta. Anta means you. All right. And then I told you that they're also going to introduce verbs in this lesson. And then there are some names of the countries, right? You see Al-Yabani, As-Sini, Al-Hindi. These are names of countries. So that's why you see the maps over here. Okay. Yaban. Can you tell me what Yaban possibly can mean in English?
Japan.
Japan. I mean, that's not like a no-brainer. Okay, so this is basically Japan. And come on, this one you know.
That's India.
That's India. Okay, and a scene.
China.
Okay, a scene is China. I know I told you this before. That's why. Okay. All right. A scene is China. All right, and then you see, circle this one. Kharaja for me. And then zahaba. Okay, so I'm going to introduce the verbs, all right? And with that, we're going to conclude today's lesson. When you have kharaja, words like this that look like kharaja and then zahaba, how, based on what you have learned so far, how are they different from nouns?
Well, for one, they don't have an alif lam in the beginning.
Okay.
And they don't have a tanween at the end either.
Okay, good. So for now, you're going to remember this point, okay? And they all have fathas. Kharaja. Dhahaba. There are going to be variations, but for now, we're going to take it one step at a time, just like the book does it, and we're going to go with its flow, okay? So you're going to think of words, right? You've been introduced to particles, you've been introduced to nouns, and now you're being introduced to verbs, okay? And the verb, if it doesn't have alif lam, if it doesn't have tanween, and it's spelled three, with three words, three letters, like kharaja, dhahaba. You have three, you see only three. And like I said, there are going to be variations, right? When you see this format, you know it's a verb. And then the meaning for kharaja, okay, is he left. He left, not just to leave. Who is leaving? He left. Got it? Good. Kharaja means he left. So three root letters, looks like kharaja, looks like dhahaba, like you have nasara, you have khalaqa, you have kafara, shakara. These are all the meanings. The meanings will be he did something. Okay, so he left kharaja. Dhahaba means to go. Translate.
He went.
Good, you didn't say he goed. Okay, he went.
And how to say that?
And the other thing that you want to remember is, how many tenses do you have in verbs?
Past, present, future.
That's it. Hello.
Okay.
Three main tenses.
All the grammar stuff.
Okay, yeah, I know. No, we don't have to go into that. So you just have the three tenses, right? Past, present, and future. This is how past looks. Just one form. Okay? We're just learning about he left, he went. Then we're going to learn about she left, she went, how that spelling looks. Okay? So that's basically what they're doing. So let me see. Let me test you on one. I'm going to give you a word. The spelling, the three root letters are sheen, kaf, and ra. Okay? Put it in the form of kharaja.
Shakara.
Shakara. Now, shakara, all right, so these are called root letters, okay? Three root letters. Now, the meaning of shakara is to be thankful. So when you have shakara, what does it mean?
He was thankful.
Good, he was thankful. Okay. All right. Next, we have kha, lam, and qaf. Put it together.
Khalaqa.
Khalaqa, which means to create. So say, the translation will be
khalaqa, he created.
He created. Okay, let's do the last one. Noon, Saad, and Ra. Put it together.
Nasara.
Nasara, which means to help.
Nasara, he helped.
He helped. Very good. So all these points, inshallah, for the audience at home, there will be notes that are linked to in the description box, so you can. It's easier for you to follow. We have actually added notes to most of the recordings from the prior lessons, also just to make sure the learning process is smooth for you. So if you have questions, if you have missed anything, then it will all be there in the notes for you. And with that, we come to the end of the lesson for today. Hopefully, you found it beneficial. Until we see you again, Salwa.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Jazakumullahu khairan, Salwa.
يا من أجبت دعاء نوح فانتصر وحملته في فلكك المشحون يا من أحال النار حول خليله روحا وريحانا